Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
There was a very bitter feeling in the Cyprus camp. They really felt that they should have got something out of this, at least a draw. Was Bale the difference? That's what they say.
I think if you look at chances created, you know, Wayne Hennessy pulled off one good save and they had a shot at the end that went over the bar. Apart from that, I think we would have felt we didn't play our best tonight in possession, but we still made the better chances. So had we come in with anything, had we come in with nothing, we would have felt hard done by. They get the 3 points, you know, on a day where we weren't at our best. But to come, you know, to come to Cyprus, it's always been difficult, notoriously difficult place for Wales to come. The last time we won here was 93 or 94, and I was part of that squad, and we won 1-0. And Cyprus played us off the park. You know, we were lucky to win. So it was very difficult to come here and get a result. But I think our players, again, showed their team spirit, work ethic, and how much it means to them to play for their country. And the goal, the header's a fantastic header. You'll never see a better header than that from a fantastic player. So, you know, we got here, we come here and got what we wanted. Wasn't one of our better performances, but in terms of our team spirit and never say die attitude, it was first class.
Chris, you probably the goal celebration said it all, really, the way everyone sort of got together. Do you feel you're almost there now in France next year?
We can't hide from what the facts are, and of course, looking at the way the group is in the table, we're one win away from a guaranteed place in France 2016, and we know that, but we don't, I promise you. The players never ever mention it. They know it's there. They know what everybody will be talking about back home. They saw the following we had tonight, 4,000 fans, which is absolutely incredible. But we must never ever take our eye off the goal. And you know, like I've said all along, this is our own path we're walking. We've got a structure, we've got a game plan, and we must keep that game plan, keep our concentration, like we did tonight. And then normally, you know, with a good performance, you generally get a good result. So we know when we get back the expectations, and if we know what happens if we beat Israel, we'll just concentrate on trying to put another performance in, and hopefully we'll get rewarded for that.
Chris, you admit yourself it wasn't your greatest performance of the campaign, yet it could be one of the most important results. Any reason why it didn't happen for you tonight? You know, you expected a physical challenge. Was it a little bit of the pressure of knowing what's at stake there?
Yeah, I think there's a bit of everything, if I'm honest. I think the pitch was really dry and bouncy and patchy. The pitch was poor for both teams. I think it was hot and we were tired. A 5-hour plane journey yesterday. And I think we definitely... You know, the last campaign, if we were coming to Cyprus 0-0, you know, we'd have all been saying, you know, let's see it out, we're doing well, we've got a clean sheet, it's a good point to take back. It's different now. The expectation is different. We could sense that with our supporters, 4,000 supporters willing us and expecting from us. They probably expected a better performance in terms of in possession of the ball. But it's not all about that, it's about results. And I think we find ourselves in that position now where we need to deal with that. We need to deal with the expectation. We mustn't get carried away. We have to be realistic. Hence, Sunday, Israel, can't get carried away. It's going to be a tough game for us. Even though we know what's at stake, we can only give. You can only give your best. If you've got no more to give, then nobody can ask you a question. And, you know, that's what we've got to do again on Sunday. We have to handle the expectation. And at times tonight, you know, we were a little bit sloppy in possession. We were a little bit rushed. And the goal came from actually us being a bit more patient. And then we got a goal from that. But that's just, you know, that's the next probably step for us to make sure that we're realistic and we can handle the situation we find ourselves in.
Chris, in the aftermath of the Belgium game, you mentioned that that was the highlight so far, but you felt like the defining game was to come. Is it very much feel like that defining game is the Israel game, and just how special a game can that be for you and the players?
I think if we're looking at it mathematically, we've got 3 games to get 3 points, because we get a win or we draw 3, whichever way you want to call it, we're going to France. So, me, it'd be nice to be going into the October camp, not needing anything. But then, if that's the case, I'll still be putting pressure on the players, and I'll still, we still need to perform and we need to win for Wales, and that's always been the message. We need to perform. We need to show everyone how much it means to us to represent Wales. In Wayne Hennessy's 50th cap tonight, in this campaign we've had Ashley Williams, Gareth Bale, 50 caps, Joe Ledley, and that's happening more and more, and that's a real positive sign. It means the players are always here. And the challenge was 3 or 4 years ago when I got the job, who's going to be the one to get 100 caps? And a lot of our players have got a great chance to do that, and that's a sign of how much it means to play for Wales. So when you see a score tonight and you saw the celebration, that's been coming for a long time. Especially in this campaign, that togetherness has been absolutely fantastic, and that's what gets you through when maybe you're not playing so well. You just dig in, and at the end of the day, you're representing your country, so you should be in a position where you'll do anything to wear the jersey, and when you got it on, you do anything to keep it. Thankfully for me, luckily for me, we've got a bunch of players that share that same attitude.
Yeah, Gareth Bale is one such player. Of course, he was the match winner. Again, if you could sum up his contribution, I know we're probably running out of superlatives for him, but also the contribution of Ashley Williams, who's been in such good form for Swansea as well. What did you make of his performance tonight?
Yeah, absolute rock. He makes me feel calm, Ash. When the ball's flying about the box, I just know he's going to get on the end of it. He's a great leader. And I think, the spine of the team is extremely strong. You always need that. Any successful team needs that. So at one end of the pitch, you've got one of the best defenders in the Premier League. And at the other end of the pitch, you've got one of the best offensive players in the world. You've always got half a chance if you've got that in your team.
You've talked often, Chris, about this isn't the golden generation yet, because they haven't done anything that close. Unless my stats are horribly wrong, you're unbeaten for 9 competitive games, which is the best of all time. Is this the golden generation?
We'll be the golden generation, Chris, when I'm sitting here with a smile on my face and we're celebrating because we've got enough points, which means we can't be caught, and we're on our way to France. And then, yeah, absolutely. And they deserve it. I said all along, from the first camp Andorra away to the players privately, I thought, that this group of players are something special. And then when that comes a bit of pressure, we've got a lot of quality there. And that comes with then the expectation. Like I said earlier, we have to handle that. But I do believe that's on its way. Everybody will talk about the Belgium game, fantastic. This result there tonight was, for me, obviously equally as important. 3 games left. I still think the biggest one is yet to arrive, and hopefully it will sooner rather than later.
Young Ashley Richards tonight, Jazz Richards. I thought he was one of your sort of standout performers on a difficult night. Actually, obviously set up the goal, but more than that, he was a pretty accomplished performance.
Outstanding. Yeah, listen, last 2 games Jazz has played for us. Last campaign, Belgium away. He was outstanding up against Ian Hazard. Belgium home, again, outstanding. And tonight, he was so accomplished and matured. And then, his hand in the goal also, was the icing on the cake. I thought, yeah, for sure. Himself, Ashley Williams, Chris Gunter was again assured and calm. you know, and that goes, he's approaching 60 caps now, Chris, and you can't buy that experience, you know. I know Ben Davis on the left grew into the game, I felt. So yeah, but Jazz Richards tonight was fantastic performance, fantastic.
Chris, obviously you spoke about after the Belgian game, but how amazing the atmosphere was at Cardiff City Stadium that day. You're going to have something very similar, you'll have a party atmosphere Sunday. I mean, how much you're looking forward to that, but also how much about the players maybe not playing the occasion, you know, that side of it?
Absolutely right, because once you get involved in the occasion, I've been there before, you never get the desired outcome. So I'm delighted for the Welsh public that they're excited, and you know they're absolutely ecstatic, and yeah, my message to them is get carried away, enjoy this. They've waited a long time, but we can't get carried away. I can't, the players can't, my staff can't, and we won't. You know, we've got to make sure, hook or by crook, we've got to make sure no matter if we're tired, physically or mentally, that's out the window. We've got to get ourselves ready for another huge game. And yeah, no, but for the Welsh supporters waiting for us to get back home, yeah, get excited, absolutely. And then we've got to live up to the expectation, and we've done that so far. Yeah, let's hope we do it again.
Just with the guys who missed out tonight, Chris, James Chester, Joe Ledley, how are they looking for Sunday? Do you think you'll have some of them back?
Joe will be a huge doubt. I think it's too early for Joe Ledley. It's just this weekend's too early for him. Next weekend he'll be fine. This weekend's too early. Jim Chester's got a chance. Yeah, Jim's got a much better chance. He's a quick healer. He's worked really well yesterday and today. So James has got a much better chance.